Rainbow in the Dark is one of the most recognizable tracks from Holy Diver 1983, and while it's often remembered for its iconic keyboard line, it's Vivian Campbell's guitar work that gives the song its weight, clarity, and backbone. The main riff, rooted in a minor, is a masterclass in how a simple, well-constructed part can be both powerful and unforgettable. After the synth sets the melodic stage, Campbell's guitar enters with tight palm-muted power chords and rhythmic precision, locking into a groove that drives the entire track forward. He anchors the riff with chords like A5, F5, and G5, shifting the rhythm just enough to create subtle tension before opening up in the chorus. Campbell's alternate picking is clean and aggressive, but what makes it really hit is the dynamic control. He doesn't overplay or rely on excessive gain. Every accent and mute is deliberate. That tight, muscular tone doesn't come from distortion alone. It comes from his right hand and the way he attacks the strings. In the studio, Campbell used a Marshall JCM 80203, a 100-watt tube head that defined the metal tone of the early 80s. Paired with a Marshall 4x12 cabinet loaded with Celestion G12 to 65 speakers, the result was a tone-rich and mid-range with just enough top-end bite to cut through the mix, even against the song's prominent synth layers. Importantly, the amp settings weren't dialed to extremes. The overdrive was natural, driven by volume and touch, not by layers of pedal gain. Most of the weight in his tone came from controlled picking, not from gear. Campbell was likely using a Gibson Les Paul Custom, which provided the warm, sustaining tone that sits right in the sweet spot for riff-based hard rock. The recording setup was classic, a Shure SM57 close mic in the speaker cone, possibly paired with a condenser mic like a Neumann U87 for room ambience. Producer Ronnie James Dio opted for a dry, present guitar tone with only subtle room reverb, keeping the guitar focused and up front. Musically, the riff sits squarely in a minor, using straightforward harmonies and modal phrasing typical of traditional heavy metal. Campbell avoids flashy techniques in favor of clarity, groove, and punch. His phrasing is tight, his muting sharp, and the slight use of slides and vibrato adds life without cluttering the arrangement. When the chorus comes in, he opens up the voicings, giving Dio's soaring vocals a wide harmonic foundation. The balance between the melodic keyboard and the percussive guitar is what gives the track its tension and impact, but it's the guitar that grounds everything. Ultimately, the riff in Rainbow in the Dark is a testament to how much you can do with the right tone, the right touch, and a sharp sense of rhythm. Played in a minor, through a JCM 800 with a Les Paul in hand and a clear vision in mind, Campbell created one of the most effective and enduring riffs in 1980s metal, powerful, stripped down, and completely unforgettable. Now subscribe to stay tuned in the Lit Guitar Lab channel. Thanks y'all.